to Royal Nepal. For how many? 2? Okay, come this way please. As we promised, we found another world cuisine, this time Nepali food. Check this out. It's the Royal Nepal kitchen. Let's meet Chef Ryan over here on my right. Would you mind giving us a little quick tour of your kitchen?
Yeah, absolutely. This one is our steamer where we cook our street food like say Momo. This is our tandoor, best lamb chop come from. We always put this around 150 to 200 degrees. That's the best temperature to produce the good food. We cook all this for the thali.
The thali, right? Is that the platter of different dishes and a rice?
Yeah, 4 types of food we give them. Like one is pickle, one is sauté mushroom, one is altama body, one is sauté spinach, and one is like choice of lamb, choice of fish, choice of goat, and choice of chicken.
Oh, got it.
Typical traditional Nepalese food,
right?
Which is not popular, but we try to make our tradition like popular to
majority.
Our, yeah. Lately, the Washington Post give us good feedback. We are getting busy as well. There is a lot of Indian restaurants, but we try to be our own Nepalese restaurant. So that's our motto.
This is awesome. Thank you so much for your time. Yeah. Deep just brought me this bag of their super Yeti tea, and it's not tea leaves, it's tea buds, and it's 100% organic, so it is a very light and healthy tea. So I'm gonna take my first sip. It's very smooth and it feels very calming, and it doesn't have a strong aftertaste at all. It feels very good for a winter day like today. Complimentary bread that we got here is called Sel Roti. It is a, look at just how cute it is. It is a traditional Nepali style bread, and it's basically deep fried and coated with sugar. I think it's sweet, I believe. I'm gonna take my first bite. Yeah, it's just slightly sweetened, and I can taste sesame flavor to this. It's nice and chewy. Let me take a sip of my tea. Yeah, it goes really well to just start off our meal with a tea and a nice Sel Roti. Next, we're gonna try their goat Momo. So Momo is just a Nepali word for dumplings. They just call it differently. It's another Asian kind of dumpling with a different sauce and different filling. Basically minced goat meat inside of it, and it's served with 2 kinds of tomato sauces. So let me take my first bite. Just look at the presentation right here. It's so pretty. I'm just trying to dip it in a little bit of that tomato sauce. The goat meat is very nicely seasoned and it's very tender. I know that usually goat meat is a little bit tougher compared to other kind of meats, but this one it's very nicely made and it's very tender. I really like the way they cook their both outside and inside the goat meat because it tastes a little bit smoky. I think it's the way they roast their goat meat. And then outside the skin, once they put the dumplings together, they pan-seared it, and so there's a little bit of peppery, smoky flavor to it. Very good. I'm gonna take a little bit of their sauce. I know that there's 2 kinds of tomato sauce, but I'm just like mixing them up already. Next, we got the wood oven roasted wild boar. So boar meat is a very good or very common alternative to pork or pig meat. So just look at this presentation right here. It's so nicely presented with the garnish on top, with the nice tomato sauce on the side, and cute little mini tomatoes. So I'm just gonna pull this piece of boar out. Similar to the way they cook their goat meat, very smoky because I think it's cooked in open fire. Tastes very similar to pork and chicken at the same time. Oh, and it's coming now. I can feel a little bit of spiciness to it. Nice and juicy. I can feel it already just forking it into my tomato. The boar meat is really tender. I just have to take another bite of these. Wild boar meat. I have to get a little bit of that tomato too. Okay, maybe I can't. I just have to eat it separately. Tomato is really sweet. I love it. I love it. Nice, tangy, garlicky, peppery, all at the same time. Different flavors and textures. Nepali food. I'm coming back to you again. As you saw in the kitchen, we got the Nepali Thali, the beautifully presented traditional Nepali dish. So right here we have a rice in front of me and then a piece of fried egg. First, our house-made pickled radish. I thought it's going to be a little bit sweet, but it's quite sour, salty, and spicy at the same time. I'll try this. They're aloo tama bodi. I think I got a piece of potato and black-eyed pea. Very, very flavorful. The black-eyed peas, the very earthy bean flavor. This is very flavorful. I love it. Look at this nice sunny side up egg we got here. I'm just gonna break the yolk right here. Ooh, look at how oozy it is. Okay, next I think I'm gonna try a little bit of their sauteed mushroom. Yeah. It's just a very light mushroomy flavor. Look at all this juice coming out of the baby spinach right here. I think they garnish it with some ginger slices. I like the ginger, really strong and gingery taste. The added to veggies, similar to Chinese dishes, I think. Alright, so we got the last side dish, which is our lamb curry. They also garnish it with some shallots on the top. I love curry, so I know I'm gonna love this already. This is so tender. Wow, I totally messed it up. I did not know this at all until owner Deep came over and told us that the traditional Nepali eating way is actually by hand, not with utensils. So I'm just gonna try this once to respect their culture. So here I got some rice and some spinach. Let me get a little bit of mushroom. Maybe a piece of their radish. Okay, let me see if I can put everything in my mouth. This is gonna be really messy, but I'll try. Because there's so much going on our table, I totally forgot to eat our naan. How can you miss out this combination, naan and curry, right? A little bit of that goat curry here. The curry sauce is really, really nicely done. Very creamy. It goes so well with this warm, nice, buttery naan. I think I put a little butter on it. Then I'll bite. Let me see if I can scoop up a little bit of that lamb meat. Oh my goodness. Their lamb, their goat meat, super tender. The curry is super flavorful. You can't miss their curry when you come here. Next, we have the duck fried rice. This is actually one of the most exciting dishes that I've been expecting and been waiting for. Washingtonian actually came over and wrote an article about them, and they mentioned about their duck fried rice. And also on Yelp, a lot of the reviews said that their duck fried rice is really good, really tasty. So I really wanted to try this. We have red cabbage, carrots, onions, a little bit of green pepper, I think, and then just chunks of duck meat. Okay, it's a huge spoon. This is super flavorful. The rice itself is very smooth. The duck meat has skin too, so it's a little bit crispy and crunchy from all the vegetables. Some people say that duck meat is kind of an acquired taste, but I think it's really not strong. Like if you have never had duck meat before, you're not familiar with the taste of it, I'd say just go ahead and try this duck fried rice because it doesn't really have a strong or any kind of pungent flavor or smell to it. It's pretty good and it's really not that fatty or greasy at all. Like I don't see oil laying around this fried rice. This duck meat is really, really tasty. So we have the owners of Royal Nepal next to me. We have Tuk and Deep.
Namaste.
Yeah, our audience probably are curious about the background of this restaurant. Can you tell us a little bit about that, about how all this comes together?
It's all about, the three. We have from the three different city of Nepal. He's from Kabre, chef from Kathmandu. I'm from Chittagong.
So I work for the hotel. He used to work with us together. So he and I used to work for the Blue Dog for a couple of years. Then our chef used to work for the Vernon, across the street from the Park Hyatt. So we used to be friends together as well.
But before, if somebody asks us for, okay, where are you from? I'm from Nepal. Okay. Is there any Nepalese restaurant? Go try the very authentic Nepalese food. But that time I was answerless. So that's the reason we came together, three of us, and team up, and then we born the Royal Nepal restaurant.
Yeah, really busy.
Oh,
it was really packed
you.
earlier for lunch.
Yeah, all about our the quality of food and what we doing it the base over here. So all the food and vegetable are locally sourced.
Is there a characteristic or something that really distinguishes Nepali cuisine from other Asian dishes?
So Nepal place in between India and China. So as you see, Nepal has a very different people. Like if you go north of Nepal, it's a lot of mountain, look like more like a Chinese face. If you go to south of Nepal, mostly look like an Indian face. Whoever people live in the middle part, people pretty much like us.
Yeah.
So we have different kind of people, and same thing with the food as well. So we have influence by both sides. Less influence by Indian food, plus influenced by Chinese food. So we use the pretty much same spices as Indian does. Nepal, I would say we have a pretty light spices, but at the same I would say it's a pretty good flavor, I would say.
Yeah.
So that's how we define the Nepali food.
Another thing is, that we mostly our food is like a little bit pickled. Like aloo tama
that's right.
is pickled bamboo shoot cooked with potato and beans. That gives like a little bit soury and then very tanginess to it. So
Right.
it's really good as well.
Yeah, got it. There's definitely the influence, but then at the same time, there's your own uniqueness to your
Exactly.
cuisine
Yes.
too. So yeah, that's very interesting, and I love the dishes so far. We love everything.
Thank you so much.
No,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you.
And
too.
namaste.
Namaste.
Thank
For our dessert, we got the molten chocolate cake with vanilla ice cream on the side. While this isn't a traditional Nepali dessert, it's prepared by Nepali chefs, so why not give it a try, right? And this was a really popular dessert, by the way, according to a lot of the Yelp reviewers. Oh, wait, let me put some of the vanilla ice cream on top of my warm chocolate cake over here. Molten chocolate cake. Wow. I love the cold and the warm. That molten chocolate cake. Wow. Wow. No wonder it's so popular. It's really warming and it's not super sweet. It's a tiny bit of spongy texture. And the size and portion is really good too. It's just tiny, not too much. It's just so good. Oh my goodness. This dessert just totally perfected our entire Nepali meal. We had an absolutely phenomenal experience here in Royal Nepal. If you'd like to check out traditional Nepali dishes or Nepali cuisine, make sure you stop by this place if you're in the Alexandria, Virginia area. We enjoyed our experience here a lot. We hope you did too. If you did, make sure you click on the thumbs up button below. Subscribe to our channel for more tastes of the world cuisine in the US. Until then, stay happy, eat yummy. I'm Naomi. We'll see you on the next video. Bye!